Welcome to the Nigerian Navy today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. Military training institutions anywhere in the world are responsible for impacting knowledge, instilling discipline, the right mindset, temperament, equipping trainees with requisite skills and values in line with traditions of the service. The Nigerian Navy Basics Training School, One River State, is one of such training grounds that has produced several gallant ratings for the Nigerian Navy. This episode will focus on the passing out parade of batch 33 of the training school and other regular segments of the program. Please stay with us.
Strategic collaborations and synergies across boards are some of the key areas of interest to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, considering their enormous benefits. So much so, the Naval Headquarters has over time played host to dignitaries from all walks of life. From top government officials to chief executives of national and multinational organizations and establishments. On Wednesday, 15th February 2023, the President, China National Aerotechnology Import and Export Corporation, Mr. Jiang Jian, and the SATIC management team paid a courtesy visit to the Chief of the Naval Staff at the Naval Headquarters, Abuja. And on Thursday, 16th February 2023, the United States Defense Advisor, Colonel William Shawn, and his team came calling. The visit was among other reasons to seek further collaboration with the Nigerian Navy with the aim of improving maritime security within the African sub-region, given the leadership role the Nigerian Navy is playing in the region. You will recall that the annual International Maritime Exercise codename Exercise Obangame Express 2023, flagged off by the Chief of the Naval Staff recently, was a huge success. An indication and an attestation to the fact that the Nigerian Navy's capability to adequately defend its maritime environment and that of the Gulf of Guinea is unquestionable. Sports and sporting activities, they say, are some of the unifying endeavors that is contributing to the mental and physical well-being and health needs of a man. This is why the Chief of the Naval Staff is doing all that is necessary to ensure sports gets the needed attention. Flanked by his amiable wife and support pillar, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, attended the CNS Polo Cup Finals at the Lagos International Polo Tournament on Saturday, 18th February 2023. The CNS Cup, instituted into the prestigious Lagos Polo Club calendar, is one of the trophies to be competed for in tournaments by the club. The sterling commitment of the Nigerian Navy towards sustained infrastructural development is part of efforts aimed at creating a conducive work environment for officers and ratings. And in continuation of his tour of infrastructure and development project inspection across naval formations nationwide, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, on Monday 20th February 2023, was in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. This time to commission the magnificent Navy barracks in Kanshio, Makurdi. At the commissioning ceremony, the Chief of the Naval Staff reminded officers and ratings of the current electioneering period and the need for them to remain apolitical and maintain neutrality throughout the coming 2023 general elections.
I want to also remind you all that political activities in the country for the forthcoming 2023 general elections is at its climax. Hence, I urge you all to maintain neutrality and be apolitical. We must also be guided by the rules of engagement, standard operating procedures, safety precautions, and code of conduct for the armed forces as we support the Nigerian police force in aid to civil authority for a successful conduct of the 2023 elections.
There is a strong correlation between quality infrastructure, conducive environment for both students and teachers, and productivity. To this end, governments, institutions, and societies around the world strive to improve their education and training systems to ensure a conducive teaching and learning process. In efforts aimed at encouraging productivity, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awazuberu Gambo, has initiated several infrastructural development projects at the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School, ONE, Rivers State, one of which was a newly constructed and commissioned residence building of the Commandant of the Nigerian Basic Training School.
In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful, it's my great pleasure and honor to cut this tape in order to commission the brand new, for the first time, the Commandant NNPC residence on there, to your glory and to the benefit of mankind.
Vice Admiral Awazuberu Gambo also commissioned the remodeled Cadets Auditorium at the Nigerian Navy College, ONE, the renovated Cadets Eco Squadron. And in addition, the Chief of the Naval Staff also inspected ongoing infrastructural projects. Military trainings are usually intended to establish and improve the capabilities of personnel in their respective roles. As such, the primary and initial form of military trainings, especially for new entrants, make use of various conditioning techniques to resocialize trainees into military system to ensure that they obey all orders in line with rules of engagement without hesitation. For the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School, ONE, Rivers State, is saddled with the responsibility of training all new entry ratings into the Navy. Recent developments in the Nigerian Navy has also necessitated the creation of additional roles for the school to include the broadening of the general scope of knowledge of the Nigerian Navy management skills through the introduction of leadership and management courses, designed to primarily impart management skills on the senior ratings, which will in turn complement the efforts of the officers in administration of the ratings. In addition, trainees are also exposed to communication skills, attention to details, and strong work ethics. In line with the established tradition of passing out parade of trainees of military institutions, the Batch 33 trainees of Nigerian Navy Basic Training School, ONE, Rivers State, passed out during a colorful ceremony at the school's parade ground upon the completion of basic training requirements. The colorful ceremony had the Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi, retired, as a special guest of honor and reviewing officer represented by the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Oladayo Amao. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Zubairu Gambo, was also present. The event also had representatives of governors, Chairman, Senate Committee on Navy, Senator John Sakibo, representative of Service Chiefs and Inspector General of Police, Principal Staff Officers at the Naval Headquarters, Flag Officers Commanding, General Officers Commanding, Air Officers Commanding, serving and retired senior officers, traditional rulers, parents, guardians, family members, friends and well-wishers, as well as members of the host community. The military parade marked an important transition for the successful trainees of the Batch 33 of the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School. The ceremony, an end and a beginning. It marks the end of a training phase and the beginning of a prestigious career in the Nigerian Navy. The colorful display of drills by the trainees, which left dignitaries spellbound, was an attestation to the fact that the institution has lived up to its mandate of transforming civilians into well-groomed ratings.
The reviewing officer represented on the parade ground is the scattering of the drillers into 16 different groups. This signifies the expansion of these young sailors around the nation and by extension the 6 geopolitical zones of our great nation, Nigeria. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you can agree with me that the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School Batch 33 Silent Girls Squad is exceptional and most commendable than the first parade of Washington, D.C. Let's give these young sailors a deserving round of applause. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Silent Girls Squad has just exhibited a picture gallery for a group photograph. These young sailors have come from different culture and background. This picture gallery signifies unity among the trainees and their readiness to work together as one.
The special guest of honor commended the Nigerian Navy Training School for transforming civilians into professionally skilled and competent ratings.
I am indeed delighted to be in your midst at these auspicious occasions of the passing out parade of Batch 33 trainee of the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School on air. It is gladly to review this amazing and colorful parade, which is a subtle division of strength, courage, and determination by these 1,562 ratings that successfully completed the strenuous training, which commenced 6 months ago at this citadel of learning. I am also pleased to observe that the young men and women who display these qualities are joining the service at a time our dear nation requires such traits, particularly from members of the armed forces, to effectively combat diverse security challenges across the country. The Nigerian Navy Basic Training School on air has over the year maintained the mandate of transforming qualified civilians into professionally skilled and competent ratings. I am aware that over the years, training at this institution has evolved with best practices required to address contemporary challenges in line with acceptable global standards. Accordingly, I am convinced that we have acquired the requisite knowledge and capability necessary for effective execution of kinetic means of resolving conflicts during emergencies or crisis situations. I therefore urge you to appropriately utilize these acquired skills in the discharge of your duties in support of national security.
The minister lauded the Nigerian Navy's tremendous initiatives and expansion of infrastructural projects.
To further strengthen the armed forces for improved national security, I am aware that the Nigerian Navy has embarked on tremendous capacity development initiatives, expansion in infrastructural development, as well as undergoing platform acquisitions and recapitalization. The latest acquisition being the Nigerian Navy ship cadre, the largest ship transport, which joined other platforms of the Nigerian Navy last year, and one brand new Westland 109 helicopter that arrived from Italy this January, among other fast interceptor boats. I am also aware that the Nigerian Navy is actively involved in maritime security collaborative commitment under the auspices of the 2013 their own code of conduct, which prioritizes cooperation and information sharing among others to curb maritime crimes. This was further buttressed by the just concluded multinational maritime exercises, the Family Express 2023, that brought together over 32 maritime nations to enhance capacities towards forging common approaches to maritime security within the Gulf of Guinea region and beyond.
Stating also the federal government's continuous and sustained commitment to support the Nigerian armed forces.
It is also worthy of note that federal government's programs and plans for the armed forces provide hope and confidence for a brighter future. These are in the areas of sustained support of operations, infrastructural development, and welfare packages. Indeed, these are great motivational initiatives for the present administration.
He called on graduates to apply their trainings diligently in the discharge of their duties, while warning them to desist from any act or conduct capable of denting the Nigerian Navy's image.
At this point, it is important that I implore you all to desist from any illegal act or conduct that runs contrary to military discipline. Any of such acts will definitely incur the full wrath of law with undesirable consequences. In all you do, you must learn to put service and nation's interest first before self. Accordingly, it is your utmost responsibility to always apply caution in your official and personal life and live within the ambit of the law.
For the overall best passing out trainee and his course mates, the day marked a definitive movement in their lives as their dreams of pursuing a career in the training navy has seen the light of the day. Having completed a 6 months of strenuous training process, 1,562 civilians from an initial 1,595 recruits comprising 1,299 males and 263 females have successfully demonstrated strength, courage, and determination, a requirement to becoming ratings of the Nigerian Navy. During the event, 12 awards were presented to the passing out trainees who have distinguished themselves during the period of training, comprising the best overall trainee and the best female overall trainee, both also known as the Chief of the Naval Staff Award. Others are the Best Male and Female Trainee in Cross Country, Best Male and Female Trainee in Combat Fitness Drill, Best Male and Female Trainee in Obstacle Crossing, and the Best Male and Female Trainee in Skill at Arms Awards, as well as the Best Male and Female Trainee in Marksmanship and Weapon Handling Award. Highlights of the event include silent drill, armed and unarmed combat displays by the trainees. For the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School owner, Rivers State, her mandate to maintain excellence in training, upholding of knowledge, loyalty and service to the Navy and country remains her watchword.
The Nigerian Navy wishes to inform the general public that the list of successful candidates for the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School Batch 34 recruitment exercise held from 17th December 2022 to 7th January 2023 has been released. Candidates are hereby notified to check www.joinnigeriannavy.com for the list of successful candidates and other detailed information. Successful candidates are to report for training at the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School on Rivers State on Wednesday, 1st March 2023 from 8 a.m. Candidates who fail to report by Sunday, 5th March 2023 will not be accepted for training. Additionally, the general public is requested to disregard several speculatory and false information on social media, some online platforms, including some mischievous individuals and fraudsters attempting to mislead unsuspecting people with respect to the recruitment exercise of the Nigerian Navy.
Until next week, when we shall come your way again, please remember that securing Nigerian maritime space is a collective responsibility of all stakeholders. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. Onward together.